Hey guys, it's Paul here. I'm here to give another dream and a vision I had yesterday and today. Nothing written. Just gonna do this one off the cuff because I'm on my way to work. Unfortunately, they're both not good news. So, the first one I saw was in the middle of prayer yesterday. I came home after a funeral yesterday and I was in a pretty dark place. So I just said, God, I don't know, I'm sure you guys have all done this, but I was just like, God, just come get us. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm just done. My heart was broken yesterday watching a friend of mine, just a couple of years older than me, be buried. And I was sad on so many fronts. Like, I mean, it was the first time I've ever been to a Buddhist funeral, and I spent the whole funeral praying for the people that were there because they don't know Jesus. So that really bothered me. So anyway, I came home and I was asking God, like, what's next? Like, just show me what's next. I was really low, really low. And I had a little flash vision in the middle of my prayer. I was mid-sentence saying something to God, and I just saw a quick, it looked like a Zeppelin balloon. So it was an oval shaped cloud, and I watched the cloud turn towards me, but over my head. And I didn't see myself. This was just what I saw. So I saw this device or whatever it was in the cloud turn towards me, and I saw that it had a headlight, the way the light on the front of a train was. And then it ended. So I was like, whoa, what is that, God? And I heard in spirits that they're watching us. So that was the first one. It didn't cheer me up at all, and I went to bed. And one of the last things I said to God before I went to bed is, again, I felt very defeated when I went to bed last night. And I can just imagine what some of you guys are going to say in the comments about don't feel low, but it happens. You have those bad moments. So I was really feeling low. I was thinking about my children. I was thinking about just what we're going to go through. And so pretty much the last thing I said, God, what's going to happen in the area where I live? And I live in Canada. So I fell asleep. And this morning I woke up, and God always shows me what I understand. And in this dream, he showed me a very large group of people that were at wrestling practice. And I've had this many times in dreams, and that represents people struggling and they're wrestling with their faith and stuff. So anyway, when I got to this place, I knew it to be Alberta. Sorry. Because there was times in my wrestling career I went there to wrestle out there. So anyway, in this dream I went, and all these guys were wrestling, but they had no direction. They had no coaches, no leaders, no nothing. And I'm like, where's your coach? Who's the trainer here? And they were just all people struggling to get it right, just like believers do when, you ever try reading the Bible alone, you feel completely alone, right? You don't have anybody to give you context or understanding or, so this is what I saw. I saw people struggling, but they were still trying to get on the right track. So I asked them, I said, well, why don't you guys come? And I live in central Canada in a place called Winnipeg. And I know that right now, currently, there are 2 traveling wrestling groups. So in the dream, in the context of wrestling, I said, why don't you guys come down to where I'm at? Because we have two groups of wrestlers that are, they have leadership, they have a way, a path, and everything. So before I could finish telling this guy I was talking to, he's like, well, actually, no, we're going to, and he said British Columbia. There's a really good program there. So I went with them to see what it was all about. And it kind of skipped to where I was in a car, and we were driving down a street, and then suddenly we hit a large amount of water, and it was rolling down the street. And I saw my 2 confirmation yellow Beetle Volkswagens parked in the water, and the water was going around it. And when we turned to go up a hill, another convertible yellow Volkswagen. So that was 3 confirmations in one dream. So that definitely tells me that God's telling me to put this out. So anyway, that's where the dream ended. And it's almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. So I've been in reflection and prayer since I got up. And again, this is my interpretation. I don't know if I have it right. You tell me what you think. So it showed, I saw flooding in 3 different areas. So I don't know if that the 3 cities that were named were Winnipeg, in Alberta, and in British Columbia. So I have no idea if that's anything to do with the areas that are going to have serious flooding. But that's what was shown. And I think that take this to prayer, pray for discernment, and I'm putting this out there just because I was told to. So love you guys, and I'll see you next video.